इस साल जीडीपी ग्रोथ की रफ्तार 7.1% रहेगी, यानी ग्रोथ में उतनी गिरावट नहीं होगी जितनी की आशंका जताई जा रही थी। अनुमान लगाया जा रहा था कि जीडीपी ग्रोथ 7% से नीचे जा सकती है। और जीडीपी ग्रोथ के बेहतर आंकड़ों पर और जानकारी लेते हैं अपने संवाददाता शिशिर सिन्हा से। शिशिर, आपसे जानना चाहेंगे जीडीपी के इन आंकड़ों को कैसे समझा जाए, कैसे हैं ये आंकड़े?
नरेश, मैं अपनी बात कहने के पहले योजना आयोग के उपाध्यक्ष मोन्टेक सिंह आलूवालिया इस समय बात कर रहे हैं हम लोगों से। आइए सुनते हैं कि वो क्या कह रहे हैं।
People were afraid that the current year might be lower, and the fact that it has come in at 7.1 is, I think, a positive development. It's actually at the higher end of the range that we had said people were talking about. The Prime Minister in Mumbai talked about different estimates being between 6.5% to 7%. So this is clearly at the upper end of that range, and from that point of view, it shows that the growth momentum during the year remains strong. And because the real interest is what is the most recent figure. The press note that I've seen does not give a breakdown according to quarters. So we need to see what the quarter-by-quarter breakdown is.
After this fiscal.
Well, I think on that, the normal time when the government indicates the outlook for the next year is when they present the budget. So I'm sure that when the vote on account is presented, you will get some indication. We have not made an official projection at the moment. So obviously we are looking at it and considering what is possible. I would hope that, assuming, I've said this before, that we need, if we can continue a fiscal stimulus into the next year, which obviously has to be done as part of the full budget, then the Indian economy should not be slowing down next year in the same way that the rest of the world has slowed down compared to 2008. So whether we are able to get 7% next year or even maybe a little bit lower than that, I think something around the same level or even a little lower than this year would be a very good outcome. Because in the rest of the world, people are predicting a sharp slowdown in 2009 compared to 2008. Now, I hope we can avoid that sharp slowdown.
So would you Dr. you said about the vote account that the fiscal stimulus should continue in the coming fiscal also. Does it also indicate that whatever we have done so far, the government in terms of the two stimuli packages, 7 December and 2nd January, the measures taken, is there an expectation that yes, they will also be continued? The same measures will continue at least for a couple of months more in the new fiscal?
Well, I don't want to comment on what will happen next year. And I have said before that the global prospect is that demand in 2009 will be weaker than it is in 2008. That's why the global economy is going to slow down. That's why, in my view, there will be a continuing need for a fiscal stimulus, and I hope we can do that.
Would that also therefore find some incorporation in the interim budget? Because you obviously
the extension also becoming a section of DOA.
It's not proper for me to comment on the interim budget. It's going to happen very soon, so you'll know for yourself what it says.
No, the broad philosophy of the government.
The broad philosophy.
I think this close to the budget, it's only appropriate that the finance minister should be pronouncing. I'm giving you my views. I'm giving you the planning commission assessment. I think we should wait to see what the presentation of the interim budget on a vote on account was.
But very clearly, but at least whatever the government has done so far, at least that will find further space in the new fiscal, right, sir? At least that's a clear understanding.
I've said quite clearly, in my view, there's no question in my mind that next year's budget cannot be, that is the budget for 2009-2010, also has to include a fiscal stimulus. But what that will be, none of this I propose to comment on. You have to wait and see what the minister says.
Is there a case for direct tax changes right now, sir?
I don't want to comment on